into the game, and unfortunately we missed a pistol. Do apologise. There was a miscommunication, or maybe just some late information. Obviously we're on a delay, so that won't happen very often. Such is life. GAMBIT have won the pistol round on Mirage, which will be the first map. The second map will be Train. So we can see the CT side going to be going for SMGs for the most part. AdreN on an M4. 4 spies coming from Heroic, but only MODDII's gone for a helmet here. So we've got 2 players over towards B. AdreN is in for support as well, playing away from the window, which is quite smart. He doesn't want to be up close against any potential fire from some 4 spying players. Moving towards the site now to give his teammates some more support. There are a number of ways. Actually, on full buy round, Seized is a good place to watch over towards B bomb site. Very nice flashbang comes in. spaze gets some information for his team. The smoke is deep over there as well, so he has a bit of warning as to when the players are starting to move in. Gotta be careful though, getting his bell rung. I'm wondering if he spotted the bomb. There's no rotation coming in from the CTs just yet. AdreN takes down Friis. Meanwhile, the rest of the team tries to force their way onto the site. spaze finally goes down. 2 plays. Oh, the headshot from Valde. AdreN could go down as well. He's got 25 HP. He's looking for the knife. Oh, very cheeky. And now the M4's been picked up. 2 versus 2. What happens in this round?
Valde has come alive. He's getting some damage done. Still more damage, perhaps, to be done. But they know where he is. And he's got very, very low health, of course. So this will be a tough one. Oh, the nade. The nade.
They can wallbang. Nobody wallbangs this anymore. Because Valve changed this panel to make it easier to spray through. You can do tons of damage through that.
But they'll probably end up dying and losing the round, James. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, we got this.
Yeah, that doesn't get sprayed nearly enough. Obviously, in that situation, the players need to be careful. But indeed, it was more solid before, so maybe people just haven't. I mean, it's been changed for long enough. So it's long overdue. Some spray. You spray, Dan?
No.
You're more of the one shot.
Just 1 bullet, or that is required. We have the smoke and the Glocks, and that's it. So just the fast plant is what they're hoping for. But I think, unless they can kill hooch instantly, it's not going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. We've got the smoke coming in. It's a good smoke here, but Mo's in there. At least get 1 kill, but no plant. But that said, they didn't invest anything, so they will be very fine with that. So good start for GAMBIT, and it's a much different matchup for Heroic. Previously just fresh off of the game against Godsent, a very different team to GAMBIT. Much less individual skill, you could say, than GAMBIT. But also GAMBIT have been together for a little bit longer. Well, actually, that said, GAMBIT, they haven't been together for a huge amount of time, actually, to be honest.
They've been together for a reasonable amount of time. Don't get them confused with Hellraisers, who have a revolving door.
Hellraisers, good old Hellraisers.
Yeah, but no, I mean, GAMBIT have been there for a fair amount of time now. There we go. MODDII has taken Dosia down immediately. The AK is coming out for the T's in this particular round 4. What else can happen? Glaive pushes CT on his lonesome, goes back towards the site to help his teammate secure the site. And indeed, he will not pursue the CT side any further. Friis coming in for a flank if one is required already. In fact, he's going towards B. He's expecting the save to come in. He does not want anything to be saved. They definitely don't want Mo on the AWP, that's for sure. I really like the team play, opting to, I think it was Glaive, get a kill when CT spawn around the smoke, and then go back to the site, play the numbers game against GAMBIT. They respect their opponents, and they will use the numbers to their advantage. It's not often you see the T's execute into A and then try to push CT spawn. Virtus Pro do it on occasion, as well as some other teams, but it doesn't happen all the time. To do it as one man as well, round of smoke, nicely done. And Heroic get their first round on the board, and Mo will just lose the AWP at the end there. Maybe the scope gave his position away.
And this is very important too, that Heroic are able to get back in there straight away and avoid that what maybe could be a very scary CT side from GAMBIT. And the way you do that is by stopping them being able to buy everything every single round. So Mo going for the AWP picks will not be so successful this time around. And then he is not going to have the best vision here as these smokes are all laid out for Heroic to go for this middle take. And I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of development we see out of Heroic. Again, I think Danish teams have often been quite good at playing around middle, creating opportunities around middle. Ooh, getting frags around middle. AdreN down. Oh my god, Glaive, please stop!
Nice. It's always good to pre-fire that position because that's so powerful for CT to see over the smoke without you seeing them. Very smart stuff. I think it was Kingwin, actually, recently, who we saw re-smoking connector. I'll get back to that in a minute because it requires some detail. Mo and hooch doing what they can. Mo needs to get out there, though. And it's really hard for him to do it. 12 HP. He manages to get over the flames. Now they're going for the save. We see Snappi's hunting, but when you see the T's top mid throw a smoke over connector to smoke off connector, I think it was, I want to say it was Ralen, but maybe it wasn't him. I think it was though, who was dropping a smoke into the middle of connector and playing around that to take down T's who are moving up short, for example, and other places. So it's always good when you see a smoke around connector, even if your team has thrown it, to pre-fire in the positions which are favorable to the counter-terrorists. Such as the one you just saw there.
Yeah.
Those are going down.
And it's cool too that Heroic didn't manage to lose anybody apart from just the 2 players. Both of Glaive making an individual play. I mean, it's not something that you would want to rely on or that you would see happening too often, but that's certainly a fantastic way for Heroic to break GAMBIT. Now, GAMBIT have that horrible spot where they... I mean, I really dislike when we see CT sides overreact and not just be like, okay, we need to just eco. Because your economy on the CT side is so important, getting those AWPs out and all the nades and so on. You can get into some bad spots otherwise if you don't manage that properly. And I like the GAMBIT, haven't really brought up much here. So we're seeing the anti-eco strategy from Heroic. And this is where a team like this that is a bit newer, a bit focused on individual skill, or has a lot of individual skill to play with, this is where you might see some leaks in their game. And they've only lost 1 player so far, and it was the man with the MAC-10. So it is by design. So far so good here for Heroic on their anti-eco. Losing the expendable man. And that looks like that's all they'll lose, unless AdreN can do something a bit nutty with this USP close range, but unlikely, I think. And he will die. So Heroic managed the anti-eco without any unexpected losses. So that's a great situation to for them to find themselves in. And now the AWP straight out and Friis, and I really hope he's going to continue his form that we saw earlier.
Let's see if he can do that. The AWP perhaps becoming inconsistent across different teams on the T side of Mirage. Definitely Dignitas don't opt for it often. hooch holding an aggressive angle around the corner of the smoke. Maybe he sees something, maybe he wants to take a pot shot. Of course, there will be no traces from that silence them 4. Snappi gets taken down for free. Always unexpected to see a player there. So far, so good for GAMBIT in this particular round. They have very little utility as well, so the more frags they can get, the better. This is a monstrous advantage, and now they can play the numbers game. But perhaps the players over towards A are too deep in or don't want to retreat in the situation. Jumping as well, very nice by Dosia, trying to avoid any close range AWPing. Perhaps he heard the scope. Friis goes down. 5 versus 2. No answer from Heroic yet.
So it's a tough situation to find yourself in. Get some damage, and that's all you can do. And MODDII, if he can just secure that next one, and he will, that's going to be something at the very least. That's about enough really for now. The interesting thing for Heroic is that GAMBIT are going to be a team that, okay, they might lose rounds here or there, but they will be able to adapt pretty well to, because again, they have quite a bit of experience as far as, you know, the tenure of these players. And MODDII is going to be getting in, trying to get some extra damage in here, but I would expect GAMBIT to be able to mix up their setups, play aggressive setups, play for aggressive timings, as we saw, you know, the pick originally come in for, I believe it was Dosia in the Palace there, and stuff like that. I think GAMBIT will always be mixing it up, so that's going to make it hard for Heroic. They will not find, I think, consistent things to abuse against GAMBIT. At least I hope so. I hope that's the case. I feel like GAMBIT's that kind of team. They do take those kind of details. So back on a buy versus buy, which would be quite interesting.
All right then, AdreN, we're going to be starting in the middle area, jumping on. It's hard to do that consistently.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, it is. Maybe, I mean, you definitely need the jump on the mouse wheel to help with that. That's for sure. So AdreN's pushing up now. He's got a spot 2. Glaive doesn't have his weapon out in time. He goes down. Friis trying to answer back, but AdreN just escapes the corner. Mo's gone down elsewhere. hooch, though, got an angle on lower. Perhaps he will take down Snappi by surprise. Let's see. Audio sound being made, but hooch may escape, or is he going to go back to the well again? Friis looking. No, hooch has indeed managed to escape. So, another man advantage for GAMBIT. The hooch is tagged. Now, we have the alarm raised. There's a potential split towards B here because Friis has made his way up to short. Hooch is in the window, but I'm not sure if he realizes that players have advanced. Spaze has support from AdreN. And again, I'll come back to how C's plays this a bit later on. Here's plays dropping now, trying to do more than one thing at once. He'll get traded. AdreN's gone down at the same time, 2 versus 2.
Good spot for MODDII to play off of. Nice open plant. They don't know how much time they have to take post-plant positions, so that factors into where they feel comfortable on setting up. MODDII, though, if he's looking towards the apartments, this is going to be a good time for him. Hooch is so very low, and he's not going to get anything out of that engagement. Nice return from Dosia, bursting out of the window there. He has to guess. He's got to commit to his gambles. And Friis, he hears everything at the moment. What a position. Oh, it's just too easy for Friis at this point. He wants to make sure that this is a short thing, that Dosia's actually on the bomb when he scopes to make sure of it. And funnily enough, he's actually going to catch Dosia just not having any of it.
That's really smart from Friis. He can't afford to give his position away and then miss because Dosia's moving constantly. Perfect stuff from Friis. Lovely.
Lovely jubbly.
Lovely stuff. And indeed, GAMBIT's money will be annihilated, eviscerated, decimated, and other things that end with...
Desolated?
Yeah, that works. Yeah, why not? Why not? So, pistols coming for GAMBIT, 4-4. Both teams with a reasonable amount of scores on the doors, but I know the GAMBIT side will want more. Both teams will, but maybe GAMBIT need more. For now, it's going to be an economical round, and they will economically be taken care of one by one. There goes Mo, Spaze and Dosia remain. Nothing doing there for Spaze. Do you have a favourite in this map at the moment? Do you favour a team?
It's actually an interesting one because I feel, stylistically, GAMBIT and Heroic are very different teams. I think obviously GAMBIT do have that advantage of being together for longer, so they have a bit more adaptability, but I feel like from a skill perspective, I'm not sure where these teams really are on the grand scheme of things, how they match up there. So, GAMBIT have a bit of everything. They have a bit of individual power, nothing overwhelming. They've got a bit of strategy, bit of prowess there. They're adept, tactically.
Do you favour a team, Dan?
No.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. That's why there's a long explanation.
You will never give me the answer I want, will you?
Well, it's because it's my answer, so...
That's fair enough, actually.
I mean, you can just ask yourself the question if you want.
No.
Well, it's going to be quite good here for Heroic.
I don't have an answer either.
Get that short push working. Valde, Snappi, MODDII, and MODDII. Just going in there. I mean, the main push was into B. They get the entries. MODDII's like, yep, just going to push slope by myself and wipe everybody out. Okay, then. So, James, do you have a favourite?
No. That's why I asked you.
That was the answer that you wanted. No.
Yeah, I'm going to pressure you for an answer because I can as the question giver.
Quest giver.
You're
going to say quest giver, weren't you?
I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know
James,
what
the quest
I wanted
giver.
to say. Anyway, I asked you, so that
you'd be a terrible
I'm
quest giver.
projecting.
I bet the rewards would be awful.
What? If I what?
If you're a quest giver. Because a quest giver gives you a quest and gives you a reward when you fulfill the quest. That's how it works.
I don't even know. This is not my world. GAMBIT suffering now. They bought, they lost again, and they are back on eco again. The poverty buy, if you will. Life is less than spectacular if you are playing on GAMBIT at the moment, and there isn't really much to say apart from impending doom. Doom is impending. So we can take interest in how Heroic approached the anti-eco round, and it is shock and awe moving into the A site. Nice pop flash off the balcony. Nobody lost. Good stuff. Fast play. They charged, they took control, and they took the round.
I like it. And GAMBIT back on the AWP, the AWP.
AWP if you're French, yeah.
Yeah.
If you are Francais.
Or even quarter French.
Française. Don't get me started there.
So we've got Heroic making the play for middle once again. It has been, of course, it's a very important thing to do. hold that fort because we got the boost for Mo, so we can go for the fast peek. That's awesome to see. That's such a good way to outplay the
really rare as well.
Opposing AWPer. That's how you do it.
It's really rare you see that, because you see, like if you look at JDM for example, if he has any good spawn on T side, he always goes towards the apps and tries to catch an AWPer unawares. Oh, we've got a team nade coming in, but where's the follow up? Oh, no. What's going on? He surely saw the play. Now the bomb's gone as well. That's a disaster.
That is terrible. Oh no. He had the ice cream there, and he dropped it on the floor.
That's like when you trip up, when your hands are in your pockets and you trip up and you fall on your face because you've got nothing to protect yourself.
Yeah.
I have witnessed someone falling in this way.
Oh, me too, actually. Not so long ago. It was brutal. On the streets of London.
The filthy streets of London.
Yeah, I hope he disinfected his wound after that one.
Disinfect your face. His face. Well, he'll do it himself. Orbs continue onto both sides. Mo, once again, can any side take some momentum now? What a shocking round. I was going to say, if you look at how JDM approaches the T side, he'll often run to B-apps with the AWP and try to catch someone either jumping on the box to the left of the van or the barrel to the right. So things like that can be very sneaky inside indeed. AdreN from out of nowhere, RKO style. AdreN, Asian Randy Orton. That was great.
These references that I don't understand.
Well, 5 versus 2. I know you're not a wrestling man.
Yeah.
But I know I've got supporters out there. I've got people with me.
There are people. Yeah.
We got marks. It's looking good for GAMBIT. This is a chance to recover, both in economy and in score.
And in spirits, maybe. Maybe less of that.
Where is number 8? That's Glaive. He's in the underpass. He is collecting the bomb. When I played 1.6, my friend had a bind that said planterize the bombs, or of course with the zeros and the ones. Glaive takes spaze down. Can he do more damage? The bomb plant looks unlikely, especially if he looks to head towards A. His teammate is behind him. They're both in mid. It's always a sticky situation when you're 2-3 people and you've only got mid in your control. MODDII tries to aid that by jumping into CPL. Oh, Mo gets taken down. This is problematic for GAMBIT now. There's still some time for more damage to be done. Oh! What is that? Hooch? No! He get annihilated. I think it was 5 versus 2. Now it's a 2 versus 2. MODDII's got the angle on Dosia as well. Glaive's got to go for the plant. Oh my god. GAMBIT could lose the round. Another headshot coming in. AdreN's got 19 HP. How can they lose a round like this? This is unbelievable.
It's because of Glaive. Who is this man? He's not that guy. Is he now this guy? That walks in and just one-taps people. That is not the understanding I have of Glaive. That is amazing. I mean, we've seen him in previously or earlier do similar things. In AdreN, he's going to have to really pull it out of the bag. No! No!
What is this round?
Wow, I was very afraid that he'd get the stab and then MODDII would turn around and just be like, well, I'm going to shoot you then.
What a bizarre. He's like, screw you, buddy. Can't believe you've done this.
Glaive is a man. And this man can shoot people. And I didn't think that he could in that way.
That shot towards ramp was disgusting.
Yeah, that was nice. Nice. Okay, so Heroic are going to keep control of things for now. And that's really annoying for GAMBIT. I mean, they're able to feel the buy, but look at the nades. There are none. Well, there's five across 5 players. 5. for 5. So we have, as far as a GAMBIT defense goes, hooch alone. If Heroic are to go right now, okay, they're not. And hooch will re-smoke it.
Timely smoke. Timely smoke. On a side note, since we might have a delay here, unless they choose to force their way through, although let's just note AdreN is coming in for a flank and Friis is waiting for it. There could be a connection here. Oh, he turns around. AdreN is going to play the information game. He has to shoot as soon as that smoke is deployed. Otherwise, he's going to miss his opportunity. Do it, AdreN, do it. No! It's wasted too long! Oh my god, he's at least got the kill.
Why do you do this?
Oh my, he's just greedy, far too greedy, AdreN, far too greedy. As soon as that smoke is deployed, you have to take the shot there. Man advantage now for Heroic, but they are all rotating towards B. What a decision. MODDII is holding things down. GAMBIT, when will they realize that there's still enough time slowly moving back as spaze, and perhaps they realize, well, the Heroic are moving towards mid instead of B. And now things are going to get interesting. The Dink comes into MODDII, his bell gets rung, but he's still finding kills, still causing problems. And GAMBIT have chosen to rotate only one person towards B, which has weakened both sides.
This is becoming a problem now because you're starting to see that Heroic, they have the individual skill. AdreN of all people cannot be falling over himself, tripping on himself, over himself, if you want to beat this team of Heroic. Because they are just pulling out the clutches, they're pulling out the individual plays.
That's crazy, because they know that there's nobody mid. There's no split coming in any way. Not through CPR, not through connector. So, like, even if AdreN takes that kill and then backs off, they have to worry about that. And they use the nades or just have 3, maybe 4 people. I don't know how many were there. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Just waited too long. As soon as you see that grenade go, you have to shoot immediately. It's almost like an indecision.
Yeah.
There. But, I mean, he was waiting so long.
He wanted it all.
You have to decide.
He wanted to win the rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
It's a marginal call because, you know, that can go a lot better. Sometimes, you know, he's probably expecting there to be another player just below as well. And Heroic have managed to find a way to lose some players in this round. It started off pretty well. At least they found themselves onto a bomb site. But AdreN is on that M4 now by the ladder room. GAMBIT are very far away. At least, I mean, Dosia's picked something up as well. And they did invest in the Kevlars as well, forcing up for the last round. So, bomb now planted. Valde with the forward position. This looks really good for Heroic, to be honest. This is going to be very, very hard for GAMBIT. Oh, well, MODDII shows himself straight away. Now there are problems. Valde's going to be finding both players. Gives up his position as well. Smoke goes down. This is going to be really awkward. He's going to have to go through. He can't afford to get trapped in the shop, and he's just going to die. There was potential. So much potential. And GAMBIT steal it away. Not only that, they pick up 2 guns into the next round as well.
No, they don't, Dan, because that's the last round of the first half.
Oh, yeah.
We will move to pistols in the second half.
Good point.
As is the game of Counter-Strike.
As is this game you have casted many times before.
Yes. So, that was, I mean, it was difficult for GAMBIT. You ignored a pistol. They won 3 rounds on the CT side, and they had no consistency. They won 1 round. They lost a bunch of rounds. They won 1 round. They lost a bunch more. So, it was brutal. It was difficult.
Glaive, man. You think about some of the rounds that he basically won them.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I don't feel like GAMBIT got enough rounds on their CT side to be confident for them moving into the second half. Heroic, on the other hand, I mean, let's see if they win the pistol. I believe GAMBIT won the pistol as well. So you got 3 rounds on the board.
Yeah. An interesting thing too as well is that Friis had no impact on the T side with as an AWPer, and I think he does tend to be a better CT sided AWP player anyway. And now we'll get to see him come into play. So I'm quite curious how that's going to help Heroic. How much is going to help them here? We just get a straight up B play. The Kevlars, the raid boss, spaze. He's without a head. His head has been shot off.
More headshots. It was actually something to talk about this in a second. More headshots coming in. Nothing but headshots on the CT side. Weird angles, and now Mo's going to get headshot back. Can they get the plant, GAMBIT? It's 1 man left. It's 2 to 10 HP. No, he will be the only man not to get headshot in that round. Sean Gers posted a video, if I remember correctly, about pistol rounds and is it worth buying Kevlar because everyone dies from a headshot. Well, maybe more people die not from headshots if they didn't have Kevlar. Bearing in mind, you need to shoot someone like 6 times in the chest with a stock pistol if they do have Kevlar.
Yeah.
So, in that sense, I always wanted to answer that, but I didn't remember.
Yeah,
I don't think the way he was going with his argument.
Yeah, I think there was some good points, but I think there was also some bad points.
Yeah, I don't think it's viable. Like, you don't need Kevlar because you're more susceptible to dying from less bullets. So it doesn't really work that way, in my opinion.
Also, the aim punch in a lot of these prolonged engagements means that you're going to do nothing.
Yeah.
It really depends, I think, on the. I think it's situational. It's not a brush that you can just coat everything in situations in.
I don't think they're right.
So we got a couple kills coming in here for GAMBIT, getting it done. Getting it done with the force by Mo is just... He's been laying into them. He's got 4 kills, looking for that ace. Down to 5 was MODDII. There's no way that MODDII can pull this one out of the bag. He's got 5 points of health, of course. Great job from GAMBIT in middle there. Again, just Mo. Just hitting everyone with a scout. Scouts are so deadly on force buys if you don't know how to play against them and you allow them to have chances to shoot you.
For those of you who are wondering, these matches are being played on the previous patch because it's not really viable to play on the current patch with the bug that was unfortunately introduced where you can basically soft boost into outer space.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So I hope, you know, people need breaks and so on. I hope it's fixed today. If not, then tomorrow is Wednesday, right? So it should be fixed tomorrow, hopefully. I mean, it takes some time to fix. Someone was tweeting earlier saying, you know, they fix other bugs in the day, but not every bug is the same, which is fairly obvious.
Yeah, I mean, they probably would want to, like...
I mean, this is quite a complicated thing they're dealing with.
Yeah, because they probably want to find a way in which they can still have the same effect to the crouching as what, you know, because that's the reason for why they messed with that in the first place. They probably want to do it all in one fell swoop, I would imagine. But it's kind of weird that they didn't test that, or that that doesn't show up on the test, because I found that immediately.
Well, MODDII's been taken down, trying to harass the ramp area. Always good to harass it with grenades. It's really difficult if you go for a fast pick with an AWP there, you get ruined by grenades. And everyone's getting ruined on both sides at the moment. 3 versus 3, lots of players tagged as well. Or 2 remaining players. Down goes Snappi. So I thought it would be a difficult half for GAMBIT. It's difficult rounds for everyone. Down goes hooch. Bomb hasn't been spotted though, and there is an empty B bomb site for Dosia. It's waiting for him.
He needs to be fast though. Of course he doesn't know exactly where the players are, but there's a big advantage right now if he just gets the bomb down straight away. Also though, I was expecting Valde to actually go up short towards me, but he's looking to go around the back. Let's see how this will pay off now. GAMBIT, do you have some time to position? Will Glaive wait? No, he won't. He's not going to wait for Valde. He just goes in straight away, and that's going to be that for him. Dosia and AdreN sitting on some fantastic spots. Nothing you can do. I mean, they did get some kills there, did Heroic, but GAMBIT will steal it away, and Heroic have to eco. And GAMBIT are probably just going to equalize straight up. And Friis needs to be on the AWP. If Heroic have this situation where they can never have that, or very seldomly have that, GAMBIT are going to start to speed ahead, I think.
AdreN on an AK is quite the problem. Especially now he's no longer playing from Uzbekistan. It's Uzbekistan, right?
Kazakhstan?
Or is it Kazakhstan? It's Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kazakhstan. Because he used to be Clutch King with 100 ping. He doesn't have 100 ping anymore, so he's a problem. Although he's going for the long angles and freeze.
Wow, okay.
Well, never mind then. Ignore everything I just said.
That's
the USP is mightier than an AK in the hands of AdreN, apparently. When the chips are down, though, AdreN is very dangerous. Maybe even more so. MODDII's have managed to pick up that AK immediately. What can he do with it, though? None of the Heroic players have any Kevlar. So GAMBIT have sight of mid. I won't go as far as to say they have control of it, although that smoke certainly helps. Players moving over towards the B bomb site at the moment. Valde is spotting. Valde. Hooch is going to take him down. He gets tagged a few times, though, with the USP. That may come into play later on. Is MODDII going to rotate the AK in that direction? I think he probably is.
There's surely no more damage that Friis can do. Ooh, MODDII's going to find the kill, though. That is quite nice. And they're going to be buying next round anyway, so if they get more frags, they should do it. And I think Hooch took a dink, actually, right there. So he needs to be careful now. Snappi's going to reposition, looking for that frag. And same with Friis. Just trying to limit the exit possibilities. The only thing safe, purely safe, is the apartments, which is...
It's pure.
It is purely safe. And it will be reversed by these Ts.
Oh no, is Hooch going to die?
Ooh.
That's hilarious.
That's a really awesome Heroic.
Whoever it was from GAMBIT blocked Hooch from escaping in order to kill Friis, who only had a USP, and then Hooch died with his armor and his AK, which is amusing to me.
So the question now is, how is Friis going to play his AWP? Because we've seen many AWPers, we've seen some AWPers on this map be very non-impactful if they're not able to play dynamically on the CT side. Ooh, we get a fast push straight from hooch. He wanted to go for that fast one-on-one. He gets it, but against MODDII, maybe the person that you want to get it least against on the entire team for Heroic.
Yeah, the only guy who has an AK on the CT side as well. And I think maybe she got shot in the head, I'm not sure. So players changing positions based on damage. Snappy's going to use this smoke to take down spaze. He'll see the bomb as well, but it's in mid. Can't take too much away from that. 2-man advantage for Heroic at the moment, and there goes Dosia as well. Heroic guys fragging well for the time being. 3 players tagged, so there's still opportunity for man like AdreN to do something, but not this time, because man like Friis is going to take down man like AdreN. Awkward for Mo. He's got 1 minute to take a decision. Hard to try and save for an entire minute. Very boring as well. We'll see what he opts to do.
It does definitely help his team a lot if he's able to get rid of some guns here, especially if he, I mean, I don't know if you can find a way to get rid of the AWP, but we've got the pushes here from the CTs. Heroic actually looking to get this onto Mo through the apartments, and they've got a good pace at the moment. Mo's actually just going to turn the corner, or is he? Okay, now he looks back. I was going to say, because if he doesn't look back there, he's definitely in a lot of trouble, but he's not looking at the right angle. Can Valde get out there? Yes, he can. Easy kill, and if he wants an AWP too, I don't know if they want to go double AWP, but there is an opportunity to do it. And I can really understand on this team why they wouldn't. One is very sufficient.
Mo's AWP is called Anomaly, which is a song by Incubus. I don't know if it has a reference from somewhere else, but all I know is it's an Incubus song.
Nice.
It's an average Incubus song as well.
Any average?
I'm a fan of Incubus, although you can accuse them of being teenage angst music.
Do you have any favourites?
Acoustic stuff, whatever.
Acoustic
I don't know.
stuff.
I like A Crow Left to the Murder, that was cool. Like the album, I guess. But enough about that. Enough about Incubus. I'm currently waiting for Taicho's new album to drop. He has.
Is that how you say it? Taicho? I thought it was Taiko.
Maybe it is, but it has H in it, so I'll say Taicho. We've got an execute coming into the A site. There are limited weaponry. There is limited weaponry on the GAMBIT side, and they're stuck around Tetra, stuck in the choke point, where they may be choked by none other than MODDII. They got 3 frags. Elsewhere, why? How? And they're flanking. There's somebody CT spawn. They must have boosted. Maybe distraction has been run. Surprise! 2-man spray down. Clutch King with 100 ping or less. It's AdreN. And he's stolen an AWP for Mo. What on earth happened in that round?
It looks so good for ages. Like MODDII's just like tapping people down. And then all of a sudden, and they defend the push, the main push. That's done. That's done with.
1 second, we're talking about Incubus. Second, AdreN's in CT spawn.
Yeah. Everyone dead.
That's, I don't understand. Well, there we go. Madness. There must have been a gap, a hole in the system. The wire cutters came in. Friis has got good timing. Oh, that is glorious. AdreN on the wrong end of Friis' AWP once again. And he's the man you want to have alive in late situations. Mo's going to get taken down as well. No answer yet from GAMBIT.
These frags have been clean. I love those swipes where it's just like really consistent, really perfect. That was really nice from Friis.
Yeah, it was a slow, considered swipe.
It was very, very nice.
And there was glory. hooch, he wants the Molotov. He wants a Molotov, and a Molotov will be collected.
So you have 3 men. You have 3 Molotovs. You've got 2 smoke grenades and a flashbang. What is your play against 5 CTs? They don't have any counter grenades, but they do have numbers. Looks like they want to go for the play into A. Interestingly,
the CTs dropped a smoke into connector, and that forced hooch back all the way to top mid, so he can't really do anything for the moment.
Friis going to jump up onto the boost spot, and there's not enough players to just watch for every single position, so he gets a free one. And with that free one, he's going to be able to now just start piling on the pressure. As MODDII's able to get in there as well, and not much doing here for GAMBIT apart from hooch, but he's over by middle. The bomb is lost. There's 20 seconds, looking for the quick flicks. Glaive will get the AWP.
Yeah, it was a really good response from Heroic. hooch threw a Molotov onto short. Then Friis went towards connector to look at, no, he went to CPL to have the off angle looking at short. And then there was another teammate who dropped a smoke into connector. And at that point, hooch can't really proceed because it's essentially a one-way smoke. So he's stuck. And then his team push on without him, despite having just under a minute on the clock. Decision making from Friis, really nice. 3 spots at the same time. Often you'll find people just shoot between them, but he picks one off. Very nice stuff. Eco round for GAMBIT. Heroic looking to make it 13-10. Looking good at the moment. Friis being consistent in mid. Nice practice shooting range for him on the Eco round. Just Glocks to fight with. And they will indeed go down.
All the money is a little bit weird, isn't it? We've got a couple of players just on 3,400 there, so they maybe spent a little bit too much in one of the previous rounds. It's going really well at the moment for Heroic. And as you said, that consistency from Friis is quite impressive. GAMBIT, you would expect a fast play with this kind of lineup of guns and utility. And Friis, okay, I like that he's mixing it up a little bit. He's changing his angle, knowing that they're looking for him, knowing that they expect him. Oh, and that's one of the changes. He gets the frag there. Snappi allowing Friis to go for a quick peek from Connector, although not biting off more than they can chew as well. As we can see, Heroic sitting on this advantage. Bomb is now collected, and there's a push in towards T-spawn. And there's a man in Palace, which is Dosia. This could get very interesting now.
Oh dear. The bomb is going to be lost, and Dosia is merely walking through the smoke. Oh, this is just going horribly wrong for GAMBIT. And in that situation, you know the round is lost. And this is a brutal time to lose such a round. hooch, last man standing. He's only got a deagle and armor. And he will go down in a desperate situation for GAMBIT. Heroic putting themselves in a strong position to take the first map in this best of 2. You see the money, or rather lack of, on GAMBIT. That sucks.
Yeah, and we saw previously Heroic played pretty well against Godsent on Train as well. Obviously, GAMBIT will be no slouches there, but right now it's starting to look like GAMBIT are going to have to begin to think about Train, because Heroic have so many advantages playing so strongly at the moment. And they're just out shooting GAMBIT overall. That seems to be the theme. And again, you know, Friis is coming into play. An aggressive push against pistols. Got to be careful with that.
What are these positions?
There's no need to do that. Hopefully, for Heroic's sake, they can manage to salvage this, but it's a 3-on-3 and an AWP is collected. This is problematic.
I can only imagine. I mean, Friis was in a position where the smoke goes down on short, but still, it's an interesting timing to choose to have this aggression from Heroic. They managed to survive, however, but it is curious that that's where they choose to push alone with an AWP instead of a rifle with an AWP covering or anything. Game point for Heroic. GAMBIT with limited grenades, but 5 AKs. We'll see if they have an approach of 5 AKs as opposed to 4 with an AWP onto Mo. 2 plays moving towards A, so it seems they're looking for a standard A split. The bomb is in mid at present. That's a pretty big gap for Friis to work with, and we know he can deliver. He has delivered time and time again today. Oh, the timing though, just checking that nobody is moving up short. He's ready to come up and have a look as well. Glaive goes down. Great potential for GAMBIT. They need to move into A quickly. spaze flash is going to let his teammates move first. There's a flank coming in top mid though, but I mean, it's 2 versus 5, so things are looking good for Heroic. I mean, GAMBIT rather.
Yeah, GAMBIT have a lot going for them here. Valde, it's unfortunate because his teammates died too quickly for his flank to really be a flank. Now it's just, okay, there's this guy coming in from this position. We got the bomb down. So that's unfortunate for him, and Heroic looking to just try to hold onto their guns. At this point, their economy should be pretty fine, to be honest. Maybe we can have a quick look. Yeah, they've got a pretty good money situation. Not perfect, but decent enough. 3 players with a lot of cash. So the next round will be a fairly strong buy. It does actually help a lot if Valde can hold on to this AK, I think. Although he will not be able to do so. So GAMBIT pick up the round, but it is somewhat of a long road, as they will be up against a couple buys at the very least before they can equalize. Heroic just need that one more. Friis back on the AWP. This was one of the rounds where we didn't really see him, where he was not really able to connect anything. Heroic probably just want to play consistently and not go aggressive, to be honest. They've been doing well when they've just been reacting to GAMBIT, allowing Friis to take some of his picks. Once again, we get the connected play from Friis. Got to be careful, Mo. He can smell there's something fishy going on over there. And he's got his aim, his reticle trained upon that area. Almost dangerous. There goes Glaive.
There goes hooch in response. But the players are moving in towards B bomb site. We've got 2 players on short for the CTs, and Dosia's going to challenge with the bombs. Bombs down now, as is spaze. Valde gets taken down in response. The Suleiman advantage. AdreN gets dinked and then finished off through the corner of the wall, leaving Mo alone to try and save it for his team. Down goes MODDII, needs another 1 versus 1, but at M4 will continue to put in work. 16-11 in favor of heroic GAMBIT. Just couldn't get any consistency to their rounds beyond pistols. You see they won both pistols, but beyond that they won 5 rounds, really, and had no consistency in any of those buy rounds.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how training's going to go, just because we've seen Heroic just previously play against Godsent. So I would expect Heroic, especially with that form, to do pretty well against GAMBIT. We saw GAMBIT missing way too many shots, and it seems to be that, I mean, you very much need to match individually with Heroic if you want to beat them, and so far GAMBIT aren't. So we just have to wait and see if they can turn it up.
Yeah, let's see what GAMBIT can do. Map 2 coming after the break. See you back here soon.